Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray.
Okay, Coach, well, the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Letting you know right now, you better bring it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
26 Mike. I got you.
Allen again here on second and 10. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That touchdown, certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence, because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
3 down, 3 down. I got 87,
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go. I got you, boy.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 2nd and inches, Dobbs. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
Motion, pop. 26, go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
26, Mike. Here we go. Hey, Delta. 26, Mike. And let's pin him down.
Allen now on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Motion.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw his downs. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Joe Schobert in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
From the 36, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hey, high 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down Broadway. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's taken in by Callaway. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Come on.
Now Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Pass 85. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing now is Allen, escaping the pressure right. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Charlie. 26 Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. Space to run past the 20. And Eifert has it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On the delay, it's Mixon, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing here, Dobbs. And it's caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Dobbs looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Nixon. Dobbs is throwing. Yeah, he's got it. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now third and goal. Here's Dobbs to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and minicamps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
We got this.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what a rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, one again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
26, Madden. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the 38, Allen looking middle, and it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Box truck. 26.
To the air, Allen. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
26, Mike. I got it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
26, Mike. 5 wide.
Now Allen operating from the gun. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check three.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs is going to let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check 26, check 26. 26, Mike. 26.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Well, going deep here for Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Allen's throw is complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon refusing to go down. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch the way.
To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 4th down. Dobbs. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Dobbs now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Got a man open. It's Ross. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Take 4, take 4.
Back to throw Dobbs. Open man is Ross, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Dobbs. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score.
Mike 35. Let's go one more. 35's the mic. It's our time. It's our time. Mike 35. Mike 35. Chance.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
from the shotgun. Here's Dobbs. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Bang, 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 bang. We go.
McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
That's another Browns first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check 50, check 50. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Joker, 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 joker.
Monday. Pass 85, pass 85.
Shit.
Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done, and the crowd stayed with it to celebrate.
So for Cleveland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah.